Hello, it's time for another Megami Tensei, Shin Megami Tensei 1 stream. So I believe at the end of last stream, well, we killed Haniel and Echidna, and I'm pretty sure that set us down the path towards the neutral ending, I think. I've not looked too deeply into it because I don't want to be spoiled and stuff. I want it to be somewhat, first playthrough relatively blind. But some things are a bit confusing in this game, so I've looked some things up. Anyway, yeah. I believe we're on the path to the neutral ending. I don't know how far away said ending is. Could be quite close, could still be good few streams away. I'm not really sure. So our current objective, I believe, again, if I hadn't looked this up, I would have had no idea what to do now. Apparently, I need to find someone here that will set us down the next path we need to go down. My guess is that it's the old man on the third basement or whatever, the 2 floors down from here, B3, because he's kind of always talking about like what path people are on, and he's like, come and see me again, yada yada, something or other. So that's my guess. That's the only thing I can think of without like explicitly looking it up. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go visit him and see what he has to say. Hopefully this is where I actually need to go. On another note, as I've put in the stream title, in, well, just 20 minutes now, there's going to be an announcement stream type thing for Dragon Quest 40th anniversary. And I figured I wanted to watch it live, because I don't like... Because obviously when they do these things, they usually release the trailers after the stream, and I don't want to like look into my social feeds and see all these trailers, and then like be spoiled, like stuff with Nintendo Directs and stuff. So I'd quite like to watch it as it's happening for that element of excitement. I'm quite a big Dragon Quest fan. I mean, the first thing I properly streamed on this channel was actually Dragon Quest Builders, although I never beat that game, but still. Point is, I'm a fan. They seem to have been hyping this reveal up, which is making a lot of people think it might be Dragon Quest 12, which has been highly anticipated given that they announced it like, I don't know how many, 5 years ago, and literally nothing has been said about it since. They also, I've heard the rumor mill say that they're working on like some form of remake / remaster, well, it'll be a remake, of the Zenithian trilogy, which is Dragon Quest 4, 5 and 6, which are the ones that got me into the series when they were on the DS. And they're really good classic JRPGs. So I'm guessing they're planning on doing a HD 2D trilogy of some kind of them, whether or not they'll be bundled together or separately. I mean, the fact they didn't do 1, 2 and 3 together makes me think they'll probably do them separately. Like, they're not small games, 4, 5 and 6, so I doubt they'll be together in one game. They'll probably be separate releases. But they'll probably release them fairly close to each other, kind of like they did with 1, 2 and 3. Anyway, point being, I would really like to see them. A remake of those games, a re-release, whatever. HD 2D remake, if it's done. I've not played the HD 2D versions of 1, 2 and 3, but I've heard they're good. They're good remakes. Like, stick to it faithfully, but also like improve it to make it feel like a more modern version. I don't know. Apparently there's additions and stuff. So I think if they do these ones well, they could be really good. Because, especially in 4 and 5, I think are really good. Like, the story in 5 is amazing. I just feel, my first time playing for it, I was like amazed. And then 4, I just really enjoyed the, like... I quite enjoyed the chapter style of the initial part of the game. Like, the first half of the game is split into, like... It, like, introduces, like, each of the main cast for their own chapters that you play through, which is, like, each of them is almost like it's all small game. Like, you know, they progressively get longer, like the first chapter... I can't remember like what order it is. I think the first chapter is the one where you're just that one soldier guy. Which I'm thinking about it, I guess was supposed to be similar to Dragon Quest 1, like a callback to that, because there's just the one party member, and he just goes like a small quest, and then they progressively get longer, and then the final chapter is kind of like the actual main game where all the party members come together and stuff. And I thought that was really cool, like giving each character like their focus. Really enjoyed that. So that'd be fun to see that again. And then 6. 6 I only played a bit of 6. Probably the first few hours. I never properly got into it, but it seemed like I knew that it wasn't as well received as 4 and 5, which is why I don't think I had the motivation to finish it. I also picked it up much later than those ones, like where I was more distracted by other games. But it has a job system, I think, 6, which always interests me in games. I enjoy job systems, or they're called vocations, I think, in Dragon Quest. Even if it's, well, as long as it's done well. Like, obviously, not like automatically makes the game good, but it adds an interesting element, I think, rather than like party members having fixed characteristics. Right. Let's see if I'm right about this guy. The cathedral being built on the grounds of the Tokyo Harbour. It's quite a point of contention between the forces of law and chaos. Hello, Park. Hello, hello. I believe I've managed to worm myself into the neutral path. And from the brief stuff I've looked at online, I think I am set on the neutral path now. Which is what I was aiming for, so I'm pretty glad about that. But whether law wins... I never knew whether it was Michael or Mikhail. I always said Mikhail for the Archangel. Because the others are all like Ale. Like Uriel, I guess. Yeah. Anyway. But whether law wins and Mikhail completes the cathedral or chaos wins and Ashura takes it over, it matters little. Ultimately, neither result will bring you happiness, humans happiness. No matter which side you choose to cast your lot in, either way, humanity will eventually end up a mere pawn, an object to be used and dominated. The only one who can prevent such a tragedy from happening is you. A path behind me leads to the cathedral. You can go there from here. Be careful and believe in yourself. I know you can do this. Good luck. So you're practicing a mildly difficult thing. What's that then? It's interesting because I'm on the neutral path, I'm pretty sure, but because of the way things happened, I'm still law aligned. Like, I was neutral aligned briefly, but then the action of killing Echidna to get me on the neutral path then changed my alignment to be law aligned. I don't know, it's very confusing, and I don't fully know or understand myself, because I don't want to like do a lot of research and spoil stuff, but from the little I've looked at, that's my understanding, is that I'm on the neutral path, but I'm law aligned because of the order in which things happen, basically. Right low calf kick, small left kick, tornado kick. Are you saying you're practicing this in real life, like martial arts, or is this in a game? In a fighting game? Real life? I seem to remember you mentioning before that you did a bit of martial arts. Do you have like a... Are you practicing on like a... Can you practice kicks? I guess you can't really practice low kicks on a punching bag, right? Have you got like a striking dummy type thing or whatever they're called? Right, I need to make some space. I guess we're just getting rid of life stones. Practice on a bag and a dummy. Cool, well I hope your practice goes well and you're able to pick up some new techniques, I guess. New combos. Okay, so we're heading to the cathedral. And sounds like Asher and Mikhail are having a face-off there. So, like you said, I'm probably going to have to kill both of them. I don't know if I'm not asking you to tell me, but I'm not sure if this is going to be the end of the game or what. You never know with these games whether there's going to be a big twist. I guess, like... Probably not the end, because presumably the final boss will literally be like God. So somehow I'll have to go and kill some gods, rather than just archangels. Was this the stairs? There was. Let me go check out this other bit first. There's clearly nothing there though. So the weight transfer is difficult and hit based. Guess you gotta practice twisting those hips around. Why are you trying to learn this specific combo, I guess, for lack of a better word? It's just very cool. Fair enough. Is it something that like pros actually use, or is it more of just like a showy thing? Pro stuff is 540 kick. Is that like 540 degrees? Do you mean like rotating? 360 tornado kick into a 180 jumping right. So when you say like pro stuff, is that like stuff that people use in actual like MMA fights? Or is this like something else? Yeah, I guess usually, I imagine in actual like MMA fights, you probably want to avoid anything too flashy and just stick with the more practical and effective, simple stuff. I can't imagine spinning around much does too much to help you win the fight. The middle road. Okay, here we go. Some cool new music. I assume we're in the cathedral now. I can go outside, okay. Okay, that didn't take me outside. Inside. Okay, these are just doors. A guy and assassin. And a science scanner. I guess I can't recruit the Gaians, given that I think I'm lore aligned. I don't know if I've got any space anyway. An actual thing you do is front left, front kick, or teep, step forward, left hand grab shoulder right over. I can't even like picture that. I don't really watch much martial arts, so it's not something I was ever into. So I wasn't ever even into like wrestling or like that. So I'm not super familiar with a lot of it. Okay, I definitely have space in my stock for some more demons. But I don't know whether it's worth recruiting these Gaians and Messians. Yeah, I guess getting people in the stomach is probably quite effective at debilitating them. You don't want to use elbows because they hurt bad. Like, I guess people don't really care about that in like professional fights though. As long as it's not against the rules, they'll just go for whatever is best. A Yulanga. Okay, we're getting some actual demons here as well. Oh, he wants a lot of beads. Okay, well I got him. Professional elbows are allowed, but a 12 to 6 isn't allowed. What's a 12 to 6? I don't know what that means. Is that like clock positions? I think my stock might be full now. I think I have 10 demons. $12 to 6. Elbow starts at 12 and slams down into 6. I think I get that. Yeah. Okay, theoretical brain damage. fair enough. Yeah, you want to avoid that. Town Limb, I already have one of you. Yeah, I mean, I guess elbows are pretty good, can do some good damage. Like, they're hard and, like you said, pointy. So you can really get a lot of force in a single spot. So I can understand why there's some restrictions there. An elbow can literally cut the skin. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. I mean, a punch can also, like, cut the skin, right? If it's like... Fuck. That's loud. Oh my god. I've got like a background window open that suddenly started... Right. I don't think that will have come from the stream. Okay, I said earlier, there's I'm gonna watch the... Let's see if it works. There we go, the reveal for the Dragon Quest stuff that they're doing now. So I'll just have this in the background on my second monitor while I play this, see what they announce. I think I'll have it muted on stream just to avoid any issues with like music. Less likely to run into trouble there. Right, how's the best way of doing this? I want to still be able to see chat, so let's pull you out here. Yeah, I guess really, like, professional fighters and stuff can, like, yeah, like you say, have enough technique to be able to use their elbows in different ways to inflict different types of damage. Which is scary, like you say. I mean, I think it's all a bit scary, but I guess there's some bits that are more scary than others. Yeah, they're just doing an intro to, or like a flashback through the games at the moment. I don't know if you give a damn about Dragon Quest at all, Park, but I do, which is why I'm watching this. I'm only watching it on stream because it just happened to coincide with the time that I wanted to stream, so... And I don't think it'll be that long, so just as like, I'm still gonna stream, and I'll just put it on the side. I'm just gonna be dungeon crawling anyway, so it's not like I can split my attention a little bit. I don't have a troll, so I could try and recruit one. But again, I think my stock might be full. I've seen that a lot of people in the, like, a lot of Dragon Quest fans want Dragon Quest 9 re-release in some form. I guess it's partly because it's one of the only main games that's like not had any kind of modern release. Like all the others have like are like available on something at least more modern than the DS. Do I enjoy SMT? Is that what you're asking? Anyways, do you enjoy SMT, man? I'm not quite sure what you're saying or asking, but let me turn these. Why has it got German captions on? Do I enjoy SMT 1? Yeah, for like, obviously it has its issues being an old game, but I'm enjoying it. There are some frustrating parts, but I think there's ways to get around it, and I'm enjoying working through it on stream, kind of chipping away at it each week. Yeah, focus on Dragon Quest 12, as I think most people would expect. Are they going to show anything, or are they just going to say, oh, we're working on it? That's the question. That's not surprising that it's still far away. Start from scratch. I think I remember them saying at the start that it might be being an action game, if I remember hearing that correctly. So I guess maybe they changed their mind on that. Or at least partially action. Is it just going to be like last time, a logo, or are we going to actually see a bit of the game? British heat, it's pretty hot for here. It's not as hot as it was a couple of days ago, and it's supposed to be cooling down a bit over the next few days. But it's, you know, it's only just started getting hot here, so still not getting used, still just getting used to the heat. But it's bearable at the moment. Okay, we see the hero and some environments. They look very nice. They look pretty good. Very HD. Someone took 1 damage. To be honest, oh yeah, Float only took 1 damage. Yeah, I'm kind of distracted at the moment watching this. Yeah, I don't think they're very strong, at least not physically. I think it's probably their magic. They do freeze magic, which is the annoying part of them. Beyond Dreams, interesting. I didn't really notice whether or not it looked like the game. Did they show any combat, or was it all just walking around? Freeze auto crit. I think that's. Do you mean like a physical attack on a frozen character? I don't think that's a thing here. I think all freeze does is it just stops you from acting for that turn. Is my understanding. I don't think it interacts with other attacks in any way. Oh wait, it's these low damage attacks that are doing the freezing, so that's why they're so low damage. It's because they're basically status moves. Yeah, I know that in the modern games, frozen and shocked enemies like receive crit 100% of the time, but I don't think they have that kind of interaction in this game. I've not actually even noticed this game ever say that an attack is critically hit. So I don't even know if there are crits in this game. And if they are, I don't think it tells you when they happen, it just does more damage. In my understanding. Okay. What else are they gonna announce? I'm just gonna auto this. I don't think it'll take a while to kill them because of the freeze, but I don't think they're gonna kill me. And once they're charmed, that should make things a lot easier. It's a Dragon Quest Monsters game. Yeah, I've never seen any crits in this game, so I'm not surprised to hear that they just don't exist. Is this a remake of like the original Dragon Quest Monsters, maybe? Or is it just a new one? So they released one not that long ago, the one on the Switch. The Withered World. Oh shit, they're the characters from Dragon Quest V. They're Bianca and, or at least they look like them. The other girl, the two of the marriage options in Dragon Quest V. But obviously they're a lot younger here. Cool, good to see it's not just a Switch exclusive. Thanks for the lurk, Toya. Is that it? Oh my god, they just announced those two things and that's it. Okay, that was a lot short. I didn't expect it to be long, but I expected more than 10 minutes. I think that's it. Okay, whatever. Distraction is over. That was a lot shorter than I was expecting. That was like, and they didn't show anywhere near as much as I thought. Whatever. That's fine. Let's get rid of this. And let's focus on SMT. Well, I'm glad I chose to still stream then. I was almost considering either delaying the stream, and well, I could have easily delayed it until after that if I knew it was only going to be 10 minutes, but anyway. Anyway, let's carry on. Do these, I see this stream streak in my like activity feed, but it doesn't like show up in my chat or anything. But I appreciate the 5 stream streak. Oh, that's hard to say. Park, you are my most consistent viewer. Also, I see you put in an emote, but it's not showing up on OBS, so I have no idea what that emote's supposed to look like. Cerberus, he is here. You like my streams? I appreciate the support. Again, I have too many minions, so there's no point trying to kill all these boys. You enjoy my other game streams, but usually work. Do you work consistent days? I mean, I've kind of set like, I want to keep my streams somewhat consistent in terms of I want to consistently be playing SMT games, just because it's good to have like a focus and not get too distracted. And plus there's a lot of SMT games, so it's not something that I would run out of anytime soon. And because Mondays and Wednesdays are the days with my work schedule that I'm most consistently able to stream, that's why I'm streaming SMT on Mondays and Wednesdays. And then some weeks I get opportunities to stream on other days, and I usually take those opportunities to do something else that I want to do. So that's kind of the reasoning behind me sometimes playing other games. For example, I'm going to be streaming again on Friday this week, same time. I don't know whether I will do SMT or something else. If it feels like I'm like getting near the end of SMT 1, then I might try and finish it rather than get distracted by other stuff, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes today. Right, let's have a look at the map, see where we've not made much progress. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to play like through. I think I would struggle to play through like this game, for example, off stream, like because I think I would lack the motivation to actually start playing, to continue with, like, to persist with it, because it's quite repetitive. But on stream it's like, okay, well, I'm at these set times, I'm streaming for this amount of time, I'm playing this game. It's like kind of, it's almost like I'm forcing myself to play it, but not necessarily in a bad way. It's like setting a schedule that I'm sticking to. Whereas if I'm just playing what I want to play, then there's a good chance I would just get bored of these old games. Because the modern games are so much more flashier, and they provide you with that much more dopamine than something like this. So it's much easier to like hop in and play them. So SMT2 is easier to enjoy. Yeah, I kind of assume that. Like, I mean, I've like dabbled in a lot of the more modern games, but I kind of like of the mindset that, like, yeah, as the series goes on, like certain like annoying elements will probably be ironed out, and they might add as they get more modern and stuff. They'll probably be, generally speaking, easier to play. With maybe some exceptions. Quote from SMT2, "Everyone's dancing furiously." Is that like from a status effect, or is that an actual like story moment? I feel like I've heard that quote before. I don't know if it's like in future games as well, or what, I can't really remember. It's a funny thing, not technically story related. Fair enough. Okay. It almost looks like there's a left and right path, and maybe one of them leads to the law boss and one of them leads to the chaos boss. That's just my guess. SMT2 is a drug trip of a game because it goes everywhere. Heart of the cathedral, the door is sealed shut. Maybe I need to beat some boss to get there. That sounds good. I was about to ask, is SMT2 the one with Hitler in, but I think that's Persona 2, right? Maybe SMT2 does as well. I I think it's Persona 2 though. Thankfully, I'm strong enough in this place that I can auto basically most of the battles without too much issue. Just have to heal every now and then. Which makes getting through the dungeon a bit smoother than if I was like struggling in every battle. I mean, if it was a genuine struggle, I'd just use the Stoma. It was innocent sin that I did there. You know, I never appreciated that that's why it didn't release in the West. I kind of just was like, oh fuck, why did I do that? I was meant to heal. It's fine. Oh, that's annoying. I've done that before. I didn't reach the terminal in the cathedral either. It's fine. I'll just go save. And head back down there. I'll use a a stoma to remove some of the tedium. Yeah, anyway, I never appreciated that that's why it didn't release in the West. I kind of just assumed it was like, that's just how Japanese games were. I accidentally cast Traport or whatever, and which teleports you to the last save point that you were at, which was the spell below Medea. It's fine, I don't have that far to backtrack, thankfully. And I'm going to use a Stoma to make it. See, there's Medea there, that's what I wanted to press, but I accidentally pressed down one too many times and cast the Traport. Whoops. Right, I need to double check which way around to go here. Yeah. The cathedral music is quite nice, a nice change of pace, but you can't beat the Ginza music. SMC and Persona 3. Persona before 3 are both quite niche. Yeah, I'm aware of like the history and stuff of the games, and I know that both SMT 3 kind of put it on the map a bit. And Persona 3 obviously was what blew Persona up. I'm fairly well aware of the history of the franchise and stuff. I'm just finally taking the chance to go back and play the old games. You talk about Atlas too much. I mean, I really like Atlas as a company. I think they make very good games for the most part. Obviously the main issue being I don't know if they're realizing they need to drop this trend or what, but their trend of re-releasing games with, you know, the updated versions of games that people are a bit tedious of, and also they do way too much like shitty DLC as well. But that's pretty par for the course with video games these days, to be honest. And the fact that Metaphor hasn't had a Metaphor whatever refund. I'm trying to think of like what they would call it, but it's already called Refantasia, which already sounds like a re-release version of it. But the fact that they haven't announced like a Metaphor Plus yet maybe means that they've realized that people are getting tired of it. You can hear voices to either side of you. You recognize both of them. Voice from the right. You're waiting for Metaphor to get the Plus version. So have you not played it yet? I don't think they will. I think there's no sign of it happening. Like normally, when did it come out? It came out like a year and a half ago. So I guess there's still time for them to do it. I'm trying to think of the timeline of the re-releases. They usually came out, what, like 3 years after the original? In like the more modern cases. Okay, these voices. I assume it's Tile and Cross. Kingy, are you still lost? Rethink what you're doing. You need someone to give you direction in what to do. Don't listen to that hypocrite. You've seen for yourself that nothing can be accomplished without power. Tile's voice. That Cross freaks me out. He just swallows whatever stories God and the angels feed him without stopping to question them for so much as an instant. It's almost as if he's stopped thinking for himself altogether. Yeah, 3.5 all got Super Deluxe version. You have Metaphor, but you haven't played it. Yeah, I think I kind of looked some bare bones stuff up to confirm that I'm on the neutral path. But with the Super Deluxe versions, like Strange Journey also got one. SMT5 got one. There's something else. I mean, both the Devil Survivor games got one. And these aren't like re-releases of old games. These are like a game that just came out being re-released like a few years later. You happen to enjoy RPGs, that's a big range, 30 to 120 hour long. Doesn't that like cover almost every RPG franchise? Yeah, the deluxe versions are usually different canons. Usually the deluxe versions aren't the canon that they stick with as well. In most cases. Like they're considered like like if they ever do like sequels or whatever, it's usually the original that they stick to as canon. I feel like RPGs that aren't 30 to 120 hours long are either like, you know, like big, huge open world Western RPGs like Bethesda games, which are like obviously theoretically infinite hours long, and then really either old ones that are short or like small indie ones that are like less than 30 hours. Like the early Final Fantasies, like Final Fantasy 1 was probably only like a 20-hour game. And Dragon Quest 1 is probably only like a 10-hour game. I guess due to memory limitations partly. I assume talking to these guys won't affect my alignment at all. I don't want to accidentally stray from the neutral path. Yeah, I guess for the SMT games as well, the SMT games in particular, because they have different alignment and different endings. Like, in some cases, if there's a sequel, one of them has to be canon, like with 4 and 4 Apocalypse and stuff, and like with SMT 1 and 2. But most of the time, I guess it's just kind of like parallel universe type things. No matter how much I try to cultivate him, Tile won't listen to what I have to say. He rejects my arguments totally. Can't he see that I'm trying to do what is right? Has he sold his soul to the demons? See, I'm worried that doing this going forward here is gonna change my alignment? I hope not. If it does, then I'm going to reset. Welcome, Kingy, to the Holy Land of the Messiahs, the Cathedral. It is only a matter of time before God's 1,000-year kingdom becomes reality. However, the Cathedral has been invaded by hordes of demons. At this rate, we cannot wait for God. Yeah, I'm on neutral. I'm guessing I can't change at this point, so I think I'm fine. But I'm just slightly worried about messing things up by talking to these guys. At this rate, we can't wait for God to arrive. We'll have to take matters into our own hands. In any case, there are those who, in their unfathomable insolence, stand in God's way. They call themselves the Four Guardians, and have each taken up route at each of the cardinal directions along the edge of Tokyo. I remember someone mentioning that a while ago, the Four Onis. I wonder if this is what you're like supposed to, these are what you're supposed to do if I was law on the law path, maybe I would have to go and kill these Four Guardians. Maybe I still do. King, please defeat the Four Guardians. I cannot leave the confines of the cathedral to do it myself. Please, I beg of you. So I wonder if I still have to do that. Anyway, let's talk to both of them and see what they have to say. King, so you finally made it here. Oh god, the text is bugged at the bottom, but anyway. We made it just in time, just in the nick of time. If we had waited any longer, the Messiahs would have completed the cathedral, but we won't let that happen. We managed to get legions of demons inside here to fight the forces of law. By constant rage and sabotage, they're in no position to be summoning God. Once we finish killing off those mischievous little mindless minions of God, we can turn the cathedral into Castle of Chaos. The obvious giveaway that I'm on neutral. Let me guess. At this point in the game, if you're not on neutral, you have to fight either. You have a boss fight against Tile or Cross. That's my guess. Like whichever one is opposed to your alignment. But because I'm not fighting either of them, I'm guessing I'm neutral. That's my guess. If I'm wrong, you can tell me. Once we finish killing off those mischievous little mindless minions of God, we can turn the cathedral into a Castle of Chaos. Anyhow, want to hear something cool? Ever heard about the Four Guardians? Yeah, I have heard of them. Great, then I don't need to waste my time explaining. You need to find them, they can help you, and they'll serve as a good test of your power too. Okay, so maybe I need to kill them anyway. Cross and Tile continue to argue with one another. The door is sealed, so maybe I need to kill the Guardian to unseal that door. I'm just going to explore the rest of this place while I'm here, because I might not even be able to go to the Guardians yet. Is this connected to the other stairs? I'm guessing, maybe not actually. Okay, it's a separate bit. I'm technically not wrong if you're on the neutral path. The two friends give you the option. So yeah, they're giving me the option to go do whatever with the Four Guardians, is that what you're saying? But are you saying that if I was on Law or Chaos, only one of them would be there? So the fact that both of them are there means that I'm neutral? Is that what you're saying? The option heavily pulls you to each side. Law or Chaos would be more friendly if you're on either side. So yeah, it's just the way they're talking to me, right? I mean, I've been, like I said from the start, basically, I've been trying to be neutral, and my strategy of being neutral was just say no to everyone's request and just kill everything. I'm like, I can't remember what the D&D alignments are, but I'm like a evil, neutral, neutral, evil or something. Or neutral, I don't know. I mean, kill Ozawa. If you execute him, Chaos Man says good job and stays. If you do, Lawman leaves, calling you evil. Yeah, I assume that if you were on one or other of the alignments, the party members would stay with you. At least longer than they have. Okay, this is where I came from. I didn't have the map up, so I might have just gone in a big circle then. No, I'm somewhere else. I mean, I would like to play through. My demons, law, and chaos are all one. I think I've mostly got neutral demons, with a couple of law because I was law aligned earlier. But I think even though I'm on the path of law, I mean on the path of neutral, I think I'm technically law aligned, like my stats. I'd have to go on the one map to check. Let's see if I can summon Rangda. That'll be a test to see. Swap Orthus Rangda. Okay, I can summon him, so I must be neutral. I must still be neutral. Because I can summon Law and Chaos Demons. Anyway, speaking of which, I'm actually going to get rid of them because I have there are no encounters and they're just draining my mag. Like, they've drained about like 3,000 mag in the last, while I've been exploring this place, so I don't want to run out of mag. I'm neutral. I've managed to stay neutral, get on the neutral path, more or less blind on my first playthrough. It's not like I didn't look anything up. I didn't look up like a guide on how to stay neutral. I just used the strat of just reject. One more god rejected, basically. Reject everything. This is very twisty-turny, lots of different ways to go. So I'm kind of glad I have no encounters. I can just kind of walk around aimlessly and just eventually find the path. It's basically a maze. I mean, it's all a maze, but all the dungeons are mazes. That's kind of how the game works. But this one more so than others. At least there doesn't seem to be any teleporting sections, hopefully. Keep the tedium to just these winding corridors. SMT alignments suck awfully. I do remember hearing something about SMT 3. So I think the canon ending in that is Chaos, right? Yeah, I think I meant to say SMT 3. I just forgot to say the 3. Like, I think there's like a true, I can't remember what it's called. It's like the true ending is like true demon. Maybe that's not Chaos, I don't know. I guess I hear true demon. That sounds like Chaos to me, but maybe it's not Chaos. But I remember hearing that like true demon ending is like really annoying to get or something like that. True Doom is very chaos, okay. Need some water. Yeah, saying that you kill God in a I mean, yeah, just generally in JRPGs, but then specifically in SMT, literally every final boss is some form of, like, God, you know? Like, maybe not literally, like, what, like, you would religiously consider God, but it's usually, like, up there. So yeah, telling me that you kill God in an SMT game is not a spoiler at all. You think I mapped what? This place? There's plenty more places to check out. This place definitely has a final dungeon vibes, but at the same time I don't know that it will be. In SM3-3 you're locked very early. So you have to like play like very precisely or whatever. Like, there's not much wiggle room in what ending you get. I need to go back through the door and down this way. You have to reject each alignment until you like one. Okay, that's it. This section done. I don't know how long it'll take me to get to SMT3. I do intend to play some of the spin-offs, if nothing else, to break up. Yeah, there's a lot of text, and without the full context of playing the game. Like, I don't want to. Obviously, I don't want to be spoiled on stuff, so. I get the idea, though, that it's the alignment system is tricky or whatever. And it's the hardest. I mean, yeah, I've heard, like, obviously, SMT3 is famous for being a difficult game. Obviously, I've not played it myself, so I was never sure whether it's famous for that because it was one of the first SMT games to kind of gain some popularity, and SMT as a franchise was quite difficult, so therefore, you know what I'm saying, like, it was a lot of people's first taste of SMT, so to speak. But I guess you're saying it's even for an SMT game, it's very hard, so. I mean, these early ones don't have difficulty options. Yeah, JRPGs are pretty tricky to like make a hard mode for, right? Because at the end of the day, it's kind of just a numbers game most of the time. So to make things harder, all they regularly do is make numbers go up for the enemies and numbers go down for you. Some games can do it well, and some games, like, I don't know. I think one of the hardest JRPGs on hard mode that I've played was Persona 3 FES. I played that on hard mode. And I quite enjoyed it because you really had to, like, especially boss fights, you had to like approach them with such different strategies than you would if you were just playing on normal mode. Like, because a lot of the time you couldn't afford to take like a fully beefed up hit. You like had to debuff the enemies and stuff. Persona is easy for the most part. I agree. I don't think, like I said, I think Persona 3 FES on hard, I don't think is easy. I wouldn't call that easy. I would call that fairly difficult. FES is easier. It's in than the original. I've not played the original Persona 3, so yeah, I can imagine it would be a bit harder. But I don't know, I found it to be a challenge. You know, I beat it, it's not like it was like impossible. But compared to like I played through Persona 5 and 5 Royal on the hardest difficulty, whatever that was called, and I would say that was in the realm of easy. Yeah, I guess it's all your perspective as well. If you've played a lot of even harder games than it, then obviously it will make it feel easier. I'm sorry that you accidentally misgendered yourself. I guess it happens sometimes. But yeah. Like I was saying, where am I? This place is pretty fucking big. I'm glad I have a stoma on. It could take me a while to get through this. Like I was saying, I think Persona 3 FES on hard was like a fun level of challenge for that game. Like most no, I cast a stoma. That's why there's no encounters. There would definitely be encounters here if I hadn't cast the stoma. As if they would give you a place like this with no encounters. You can't expect anything like that from SMT1. God, it looks like I have like nothing in my inventory, but it's because I don't have many consumables now because I picked up other stuff. I don't think I'm going to use this. Yeah, it doesn't even fit on the screen. I mean, yeah, we're running into SNES limitations here. A core shield. Maybe that would be useful, I don't know. Okay, I understand. So that middle bit there is the middle bit, and so we've managed to work our way onto the other side actually. So we were originally on the left side, but now we've managed to get onto the right side. I wonder if there's even any reason. So based on what the party member or the ex-party members were saying, seems like we need to go deal with the 4 Onis, the 4 demons or whatever they're called, in some way or another. But I don't think they're here. I think they're out on the world map somewhere. So I'm not sure if we need to do something here to gain access to them. Like, what is the point of this place? All this area? I guess we'll find out, hopefully. Say after SMT1 the maps get smaller and 1 billion quality of life changes. I'd be interested to see what the quality of you say that only should be open. Fair enough. I mean, I'd like to find a way out of here or a terminal here or something so that I can come back here easily, so that's kind of my... I mean, there's no encounters, right, so I'm just kind of walking around aimlessly at the moment. There's not much downside to me being here, I might as well just have a look around. But yeah, what quality of life changes does like SNT2 bring then? Because I can't imagine there'll be that many changes. Because SMT2 is on the SNES as well, right, originally? I'm just going to go back up and map out what I can up there first. Okay, a person. This is the town built as a place of respite for those faithful messiahs who have entered the cathedral. Here we are protected from the attacks of the demons. Surely we are safe thanks to God's blessings. Okay, there's an actual exit here. Okay. Yeah, it's not a great town. Say SM2 has an encounter bar. Oh yeah, okay. So you can see the colour. And the comp. Oh yeah, I guess the comp is really bad in this game. So I can see how the like comp would give a lot more useful information in future games. I don't know if Estone will still work while I'm on the world map. Right, it's time to, yeah, I mean, the good thing about starting here is that, I mean, I have played more modern games with modern quality of life, but it's like, I know that the games will gradually improve on things as I play through them. Sid taught me to death. That's alright, it distracts me a bit from the mindless dungeon crawling. Makes it a bit less mindless, like I said. But anyway, yeah, I'm just going to take a quick break, just for a few minutes, to stretch my legs, fill up my water bottle, make sure I don't dehydrate, etc. So, I'm back in just a few minutes. See you soon. Okay, I'm back. Okay. One step encounter. Do I have a giant? I can't remember. Let me check. I do. Let's talk to him to avoid this battle then. I'd rather not battle with just these two guys. Praise Felga. I know that that's, well, I recognise that from Final Fantasy XIV. It's just one. Let's just shoot it down. Hopefully charm it with our love bullets. Yeah, it doesn't hurt that much. I don't think Estoma would work on the world map, is my guess. Okay, I don't want to fight four of them. If I can help it. I'm gonna summon Arthas though. Oh, fuck. Okay, they're not too threatening, so I'm just gonna shoot them. Hopefully charm them enough that they start attacking each other. Let's summon Arthas and see if we can't get rid of encounters. Just because I don't want to summon more demons to use with my mag, but at the same time I don't want to run into encounters here with just my two humans. It feels like a Estoma might work. I'm guessing there's not actually anywhere I can go here, at least not yet. No, okay, that's fine. Head back in. Hopefully there's a terminal here somewhere. It's just a matter of finding it. I would guess it would be near the entrance. They usually are, so we'll look around here. I'm going to cast Estoma again, because my guess is that it wears off if you leave the dungeon and come back in. I mean, these rooms here look like they could be shops and save points, etc. amongst them. Old man, I wonder if I should worship God too. He's being turned. Welcome to the cathedral. Those who are lucky enough to be here will be able to witness the coming of God with their own two eyes. This isn't for public consumption, but to tell the truth, I have no intention whatsoever of becoming a messiah. By faking belief in their God, they led me into this town without question, not a bad trade-off for some safety. And I'm not the only one either. There are a lot of other people here faking their belief too. That's probably something I would do in real life. If like gods were taking over the world, I'd just like fake it till you make it, you know. Fused with sword. Is that what the what's it called? The Kusunagi no Tsurugi? Okay, I want to save before I mess around with something like that, but that sounds cool. Okay, there's a mansion. Why is it not on the minimap? Is that just a bug, or is it weird? I think it's just... I don't know. It's not on the big map either, I don't think. I can't believe this. After all the work we put into the cathedral, it just gets invaded by a bunch of demons and heathens. And it almost seems like all our effort has been a total waste of time. I've heard that God's top archangels have arrived here. I can barely contain my excitement. I want to meet them. I'm guessing I'll be meeting them at some point. Cath Law. Oh, like Cathedral Law. So what does that mean? Yeah. Let's go back to the Citadel and see what that fuse with sword thing does. Yeah, the Kusanagi no Tsurugi. What does this do? Let's just pick... Oh, I'm guessing you need a specific demon to fuse with it. That's my guess. Like, I can't seem to do it with any of these. Or maybe it needs to be with, like, a human-type character. Like the Messians and the Gaians. Actually, there was, I might be in the level range where I can get the other demon that has a stoma, so I might just check that. Throne, yeah, I am. I can get a... well, I'm of the level where I can get Throne, so let's bring up my fusion calculator and see if I can get one. For example, could I use Orthus? No. Let's just check everyone. Yeah, I could use Tamlin. There's a few things I could use Tamlin with. I don't think I have any of them though. Oncot? No. Use Hobgoblin, but it's low level, so it needs something significantly higher to get to it. Yeah, the only one I can feasibly use is Tamlin. So let's see what I can fuse Tamlin with. So these things. So let's just look at everyone else's fusions and see if I can make one of these. Griffin. It's not one of them. I don't want to fuse Tamlin. The thing I watched seemed short. It was short, yeah, it was only 10 minutes. I thought it was going to be longer than that. Like, it was a big... I say big. It was like the 40th anniversary of Dragon Quest, their, like, announcement video stream thing that they, like, announced ahead of time. And it was 10 minutes. I mean, it was short and to the point. I thought maybe they'd have a bit more to show, but that's fine. Right, let me just remind myself what I'm looking for. I'll pop out this window so I can still see the chat. Okay. So our level is 62. So for general fusions, we're generally looking for stuff at least in the like mid to high 50s ideally. That's what we're aiming for. Okay, it doesn't really look like there's much good I can do with Arthas, unfortunately. Okay, we'll leave you for now then. That was like a 49 you can make, but... Okay, you're a pretty good level. So... And I don't mind that you're Chaos now, because I've managed to get on the neutral path. So that, well, that was that. Narashim and Rangda. Got a level 55 from that fusion, so we'll see if there's anything better. Phoenix, okay, 57. Oh, I can make what I want from Phoenix and Tamlin. Let's do this then. Cool. That's that. Now we can just look at more general stuff once we've made Throne. Throne. That's not how Throne looks in the modern games. Throne is the like wheel thing, right? I think it is like it's one of those like biblically accurate angels or whatever. Mediarahan. If that's actually Mediarahan, then that's very good. That's a very nice demon to have. It's a healer that we keep on the team, and it also gets rid of encounters when we want. That's very nice. A very nice demon. It has revive as well. Great. So we can get rid of Arthas now. Arthas is now redundant. Now we've got Throne. We're keeping Throne. Let's look at the other stuff we can do first. Succubus 54. It's actually decent level. I was on Cotton Rangda, right? I think the D here means it's just worthless. Yeah. This will presumably Aquans. Okay. Let's check Rangda's fusions, otherwise we'll do it with Oncot to make the Succubus. I always find it quite interesting to see what like level ranges the demons are in each game. I feel like it's fairly consistent in the more modern games. Oh, okay. No, this is good. We're making that instead. Like the kind of demons you'll get at low level and then mid level and high level are pretty consistent. I mean, it obviously makes sense to an extent in terms of the lore behind them, whether they're kind of big archangels and major demons, or whether they're just like, you know, run-of-the-mill like demons or whatever, creatures. So it kind of makes sense for them to be somewhat consistent, like obviously pixies being basically very low level and stuff like that, and then the archangels being like super high level. But like Succubus being quite high level in this game, it's like usually they're sort of much lower level in the more modern games. Right, it was Tengu and Rangda, right? Yeah, maybe I should check what Tengu can do just in case. Okay, we'll do that then. Tengu plus Rangda. To make a 62 vampire. Charm Bite, I'm guessing. It's got Mazionga as well. Blood something. Yay. Let's just check what's left. Otherwise it might just be worth making some elementals for like future fusions, if there's nothing good here. Okay, there doesn't seem to be anything good left. So let's see if we got making Aquans with these two, Oncot and Isora. Let me just check that they're not worth keeping. Nah. Definitely not. Now we might be able to make something good with this elemental. Hobgoblin. I guess Senri is not really worth using an elemental for. What are these crosses? Does it mean it's like a downgrade? Yeah. So can you not make anything good, Orthus? Hobgoblin or Giant? Even a small level upgrade would be alright. 41. Am I worth doing with Hobgoblin? I think they're both lower than 41. Orthus is 38. Hobgoblin's 36, so it's still an upgrade. Giant's 47. Let's do this. You never know, might be able to fuse Guijan or something. Let's see. 50. That's an upgrade. Let's just do it. Level goes up. Me happy. Right, that's us done with fusions for the time being. Although I'm now tempted to check the sword fusion just to see. Okay, now they're all dots. Right, let's summon Throne. Should I cast a Stoma? I mean, yeah. Okay, no, it's already in effect, whatever. I was more thinking, should I keep Throne out, but probably not. Let's just put you back. Let's just save our mag as much as we can. Okay, we'll go back and save now that we've done all of that. Don't want to have to deal with that again. There's a save point here. It's somewhere along here. Here it is. Okay, and then we'll continue checking this place out. It looks like there's something weird going on with the map. I assume it's not a bug, I assume it's just annoying gameplay. Okay, we got all the shops here. What do you stock? Oh, it's the exchange. I can't remember what I can get, but I don't remember any of it being all that interesting. I wonder if there's only a Messiah healer here. I mean, it doesn't matter what I use at this point. Oh no, there's a neutral one. Let's stick to you then. Let's not give the church any more money than we need to. Right. Did I check out these rooms? I think I did. The junk shop here. Don't think we need any of this. Armor shop. How much money do we have? Not much. Let me see if there's anything I can sell. Obviously, I don't want to sell that Tsurugi weapon, Kunagi weapon. And there's no other weapons to sell. I honestly might sell some of these beads. Just because they're taking up space. But I won't. Yeah, I can buy something. But I think I'd rather save up. And then maybe buy the best shit I can. I'm guessing they just don't sell swords anymore, and you have to get them from drops from enemies. We are going to sacrifice the octopus in here to God. Oh, octopus. Why is there an octopus here? Please save me. I'm gonna shrivel up and die if I have to stay cooped up here out of the water like this. What did I do to deserve this? Please help me. You rescue the octopus? Yeah. Save it from whatever God wants it for. Hey, what are you doing over there? This creature is an evil minion of the demons. We shall sacrifice it and send it to God. No better way for it to beat its end than to be saved in a holy bloodletting. Do you insist on saving it? Yes. I see. So you say that it's wrong to kill without reason then? Alright, if you insist. I won't sacrifice it. Go ahead, take it with you. Do whatever you want with it. Do I have it as like a demon? No. Do I have it? Is there any indication that I have it like as an item or something? I'm guessing it's with me. Can I go put it in the water? Whatever, I'm not gonna go back outside because I'd have to cast Estoma, then cast Estoma again, and I'm just too lazy for that. So I think I came from here, but for whatever reason it's not mapped. It's dangerous ahead, as there's still a lot of demons lurking about out there. Our saviour, Master Cross, went in towards the heart of the cathedral, but he hasn't returned yet. I won't tell you not to go, but please be careful. Okay, so this is where I came from. I guess it's like a different area, so yeah. It's like weirdly not mapped because it's a different place. They just can't have them shown simultaneously for whatever reason. Yeah, back to just walking around this place. I can actually hear in the back like the bass of this song is like the same as some of the other like tracks, like some of the other dungeon tracks in the game. Like you can hear the musical motif. Some magnetite, it's not bad. Okay, some more stairs. Holy shit, this place is fucking huge. And there almost seems to be like no point to any of it at the moment either. Yeah, this is a new section. There's somewhere down there as well. It was a trap. Okay, there's still somewhere there I didn't go. I hope this isn't all just pointless, me walking around here. Like, I'm not even getting any good items, really. Okay, I'm just gonna use a core shield. There doesn't seem to be traps here. It's just taking up precious inventory space. A smoke bomb. Don't think that's useful at all. I don't know if I guess maybe I can get away from an encounter guaranteed with a smoke bomb. That would be my guess. So that is. It'd have been useful in the past. I don't know how much I'll get used out of it now. What did that say? Did it say it disappeared? Or have I opened that one already? I guess I've already been here. Alright, that path. So have I explored everywhere here? I think I have. Because that bit just goes back to the entrance. So we need to head back to the stairs now. Which is annoying to get to. It's a winding path. There's no direct way to get there. Okay, go back down here. Okay, we're flying blind for a bit. We just keep going in whatever direction we're going in. The music here is also incredibly repetitive. It's just the same, like, 2-second riff over and over. Fits with the actual dungeon crawling aspect to it, I guess. God, thank God for a stone there. Like, I just keep asking myself, is there actually any point to all this? It's basically like I'm just doing a colouring book at this point. Colouring the lines, filling all the little blocks. Maybe one of the paths will have something. I always have too many items. Let me discard. I don't know what this stinger is, but I'm just getting rid of it. Poison arrow. At least give me like incenses or something. Okay, that's literally all there is in this section. Like, I assume this is all just intentionally just a huge, tedious maze. I think this section I already had mapped, so yeah. So I'm just gonna go back down into the other steps. Oh wait, there was that bit there, never mapped. God damn it. Fuck it. I can easily get, I'm not going there. I wanted to go around the other way. Why is this place so big? It's like, it's not even like just slightly bigger than previous dungeons. It is like, I don't know, like 3, 4, 5 times. And if this isn't the final dungeon, then hopefully the actual final dungeon isn't this big, is all I have to say. I mean, at the very least, it's giving off a very grandiose feel. I honestly might... We'll see. We'll see whether I continue playing this after the break or whether I do something different for a bit. Slightly putting me to sleep. I mean, obviously the encounters would at least add some variety to just walking around, but it would make this last, like, I don't know, 10 times longer. Like, there's no way I'm doing this with encounters. It would take way too long. Yeah, this place is like horrible. And there's nothing here. Like, I don't even know if there's any point to me just wandering around. Like, there's no good items in any of the chests. There's no, like, mini bosses or anything to fight. It's just a huge, huge cathedral. Okay, I don't want to step through there because it's one way. Did it take me to somewhere I was before? No, it's somewhere new. Like, the best stuff they have is magnetite, which, I mean, I guess if you were walking around with demons here, you'd need it. But at least, like, the Tokyo Destiny Land had, like, lots of incenses. So at least it felt like I was being rewarded for checking all these rooms and stuff. Okay, I'm just going in a big circle here. Is there some stairs? No. It was a trap. God damn it. Okay, there's nothing here. Ugh. Look how big this place is. It does look like I've mapped most of it. But it's like getting from one bit to another is really confusing as well. Because there's so many different stairs and you can only get access certain stairs at certain points, and I should go for the Onis. I might do that in a minute. It does feel like I'm kind of just wasting my time looking around this place. God forbid they made it look mildly unique. I mean, it's just because it's just all across 2 floors. There's like no... It's all just one big open thing, so it's like they don't change the textures for the walls or anything. Right, the next point I reach what I feel like is like a dead end, I will I'll teleport out of here and go fight those Onis instead. It's an issue you have? You mean like the fact that like the dungeons just look the same? Yeah, I guess with like more modern dungeon crawlers they can there is more variety even like on the same floor. But in this one, the second floor is slightly different. Yeah, the fact that stuff isn't labelled on the map sucks. Like, oh, it's only stairs. Because the versions of Megami Tensei 1 and 2 that I played were actually they were the SNES versions, so they were actually released after this. So they had some small quality of life that this game doesn't have. So I've actually taken a step back in a way. Like the maps in that game were in those games were better than in this one. Because I mean the original Megami Tensei didn't even have a map, so that would have been tricky to play. Like, yeah, the walls here are different from on the previous floor I was on. The music's the same. Okay, well, at least there's no okay. I was about to say at least there's no branching paths, but here are the branching paths. But let's see. Now we got the map up. Okay, that's a one way, so I don't want to necessarily go through there yet. Okay, we got a lot of one-way doors here. Is this just one big circle? It's not actually leading anywhere. Okay, no, that's led somewhere. To some more stairs. Like the way that was, it feels like it's like coming up to something, you know? Okay, that's one way. I don't want to necessarily go through there. Okay, that goes, yeah, back to where I was. Right, let's go down those stairs. It almost feels like there's something important there. Probably not, but just the layout makes me feel like it was leading up to something important. Wait, no, those were the stairs I came up, so it was just a big circle. Fuck's sake. Let me just double check. Okay, well, like I said, if I reach basically a dead end, I'm gonna teleport out of here and go fight some Onis instead. Just check the map to make sure there wasn't anywhere else I could have gone. Yeah, it was actually just an entirely pointless circle. Okay. Let's get out of here. I think we've mapped most of this place. which is an accomplishment, I guess. Right, so I found what I think are 2 of the places that the Onis are. The other places I'm not entirely sure. So I'm trying to remember how I get to them. I think one was near Ueno. Alright, let's summon some demons now that we're going and doing some actual gameplay. Okay, we don't even have it, a full party really, but that's fine. Will this take us outside of, no, yeah, that's what I thought it might do. That's fine, I can use Trust Start. Let's try and recruit some more stuff, especially here, since they're probably decent level. Cool, got you. Let's try and bad Cather. Okay, we have to go back in here to cast. We have to cast Trust Start. Traport, even. There's so many of them. There's Traport, Trust Start, Trasto. Okay, so I need to walk out, which is just there. Like, I'm barely saving myself any time by teleporting. Should check the level of that demon I recruited, just in case it's worth using. These headphones still make my head hurt if I wear them for more than like an hour, which is annoying. Like all previous headphones I've had have like been a little bit uncomfortable until I got used to them, but my head just never got used to these. I don't know why. I don't know if I just don't wear them enough, but I don't feel like I wear them a decent amount. And it's not that bad, really. Right. Whoops. So I think there was one near here. Can't exactly remember how to get there, but that's Akihabara. It's the red buildings. And I had to pass through them. I mean, maybe the Onis aren't in those buildings. I assume they were, but maybe they just, the buildings lead to where the Onis are. Maybe there wasn't one near here. Okay, here we go. This is what I'm thinking of. Okay. Let's see. Right, I'm gonna make note of which ponies I kill, just in case I have to look up the location of some of them. The 4-door gem. So I got a 4. When did I get a 4-door gem? I don't remember receiving one. But clearly I have it. I'm just gonna look it up just so I understand how I got this thing. Oh shit, it was from the Demon Summoner in Shinagawa. So that's a fight's not optional. That's so stupid that it's just like a little fight that has no story relevance, just tucked away. And the other Demon Summoner fights don't even, like, only, they give you optional items as far as I can tell. Although I guess maybe, I don't know for sure that these Onis aren't optional. I don't know. I assume they're not. Seem pretty story relevant. Okay. Jiko Kuten, so it's these guys. They're the four Onis. So. We are the guardians of the 4 borders of Tokyo. Working under the guidance and direction of our guardian deity. I feel an abnormally strong power within you, young one. Indeed, it elicits a feeling of excitement and anticipation within me. For the first time in centuries, one with the strength to provide a good fight has arrived. Okay, he's like a shonen villain. Come, show me what you're capable of. You said they're not optional? Yeah, I was just thinking because I just looked it up. The way to get the item to access the Onis is by one of those like sort of tucked away Demon Summoner fights. So that specific Demon Summoner fight is clearly not optional. I'm glad I found it. Okay, Jikokuten. Let's just fight him. Mazionga or extra, let's just attack. What can you do, Mazanma? See how much damage it does. I don't think you have any offensive magic, so 20, that's not very good. Let's say use extra rebuke, because I think you might be able to charm with your extra attack. Yeah, he got charmed by that bite. That was easy. Oh, it doesn't give much EXP either, so it's not like a proper boss fight, really. Cool. That's 1 of 4 Onis done. Yeah, so like I said, I'd found 2 of the places. I don't even know which. Like, I guess that's east in terms of like what direction he was in. But like, which cardinal direction was he technically for? Was he east? I'll go to where the other one is that I know about. I think that one was near Shinagawa. Was this 4 encounters? I've never seen 4 before. I'm not gonna bother summoning you. I just want to quickly check there's nothing down here. I don't think there is, but can't hurt to check. No. Okay. Let's can we even use Traport here? No, we have to go inside a dungeon, so we'll go, go back in here. Then I think it was near Shinagawa from what I can remember. How do we get out of here? Whoop. Oh no, it's just there actually. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick break before I head to the other Oni. And I might honestly pull up a map. Like, they usually have like these kind of like drawn artwork maps of like Tokyo with the different regions marked. So I might be able to pull up one of those just to see roughly what areas are north, south, east and west. Because I don't think the world map does a great job of showing you. But yeah, I'll be back in just a couple of minutes. See you soon. Okay, yeah, I did find a map that kind of shows the layout, full layout of Tokyo, so I can actually see what directions everything is in, because the game doesn't do a good job of telling you. I wonder if it like kind of relied on, because it obviously, you know, is a Japanese game made for Japanese gamers, right? Set in Tokyo, so I wonder if it kind of partly relied on people knowing, like obviously Japanese people I think would generally have a good idea of the layout of Tokyo and stuff. Although I don't really know the layout of London, so I won't be able to tell you what parts are north, south, east and west in London, so I don't really know. But anyway, like I wonder if like they kind of just assumed, oh, everyone knows that Ueno is in East Tokyo. Anyway, I'll just use the map. So the one I just beat was east, I think. I think this one's north. I'm not sure where the other two are, but I'll use the map to just have a look. Wait, I've not been to this one. Okay, this is a new one. I'm not sure if this one is north or what. I thought okay, well I found a third one. Unless this isn't... No, it definitely is. Actually, was one of them that place I went to ages ago and got stuck in? So it was a red building. Maybe it was. Maybe that was one of them as well. Anyway, what am I doing? I'm getting the map. I might use a stoma here, just to get through it, because I don't think there's going to be much point fighting these low-level demons. They're not that low-level, actually. I do actually think there was a place I got, like, stuck in quite a long time, like, quite a few streams ago. Like, it was one of the places I went to quite early in ruined Tokyo, and I think it was before I knew about the 4 Onis. I don't remember whether there was a sealed room in that area, but there might have been. So that might have been one of them. Because there's two of the areas of places you like have to pass through to get to new areas. So that's why I knew about them. But I guess the other two are just random areas in the middle of wherever. Okay, this is... I was like, oh, I can keep encounters on because they won't be too hard and it'll be good to get some money and stuff, but if I'm having to do one every step, then maybe not. Anyway, I spent a lot of time in the cathedral with no encounters, so we'll keep encounters on for a bit. Did I have liquor? I don't remember having liquor. Let's get a Tengu. You're pretty good level, so you'll be useful fusion-wise. I could even summon you, to be honest, but I don't think it's super necessary to summon more stuff at the moment. I'm pretty over-leveled. What are you eyeing for? Park. And your cat walk on your keyboard, but only walk on the one key. You returned. Welcome back. I am in the process of fighting these Onis. This is the second one. Komokuten. However, you are but mere humans. I didn't read the first paragraph, but I think I get the gist. I shall demonstrate that you can never compare to the power of the Guardians. Well, your friend was easy, so... Just check something. Cool. Let me make a note that I'm fighting this guy. I think this one's the north one. Let me have a look at that map. This map's okay, I guess. So I went from Shinagawa. I'm definitely over-leveled for these fights. Well, I don't think they're necessarily supposed to be that hard anyway. Okay, no, Shinagawa is very south. This is the south one. Okay. I don't know how you're supposed to know that without actually knowing Tokyo. Cool. Easy enough. And float is maxed to mag. Nice. So we still need north and west. Let's have a look at the map again. So up north is Ikebukuro, and west is Shinjuku. Shinjuku kind of area. Or Shibuya. Okay. Right, we'll stay inside. Actually, we'll teleport back to the terminal. So I guess we'll go to Ikebukuro first. So Ikebukuro is the north one. Yeah, we want to go up north. we're already north. Here. I think this is one of the ones we'd already passed through a few times, yeah. Okay, let's go. North, we've got Bishop Mountain. Obviously these guys are used quite a lot in, well, quite the recurring S&T demons. And are often like together or linked in the games. Are these like, I don't know the actual lore behind them, like IRL lore. Like, are they actually considered like the 4 Guardians of Tokyo? Is that an actual thing? Might look it up after this. Human, you have set foot in my consecrated sanctum. You must indeed be prepared for what must now happen to have done so. What? You must indeed be prepared for what must now happen to have done so. Okay, I kind of get what this is trying to say, but it doesn't sound very good. In the name of Bishop Mountain, I shall fulfill my duty and fight you on guard. Okay, that's some pretty big damage actually. But he's no, he's not charmed anymore. Let's actually we can use Throne to heal. Okay, he can freeze us as well. That's mildly annoying. Do we need to heal again? Nah. Yeah, that's the annoying part of freeze, is that you can hit everyone and just completely end our turn. There we go. Okay, he's giving a lot more EXP than the others did. I mean, it was hitting harder, so I don't know if he's like technically the leader or something. Lord Masakado, I, your humble servant, Kishin Bishamonten, have been defeated. Right, the last one was near Shibuya, right? Yeah, I think this place that I'm going to is the place that I was talking about earlier. The place where I went in and the enemies were like a lot higher level than me, and I regretted it. Now makes sense as to why. I'll go to the proper healer here. And yeah, this is like basically the first area you go to in Ruined Tokyo, so very low level demons now. I think it's through. Okay, I can pass through there. It's here. I'm pretty sure I came here before. Yeah, I did. I feel like I got stuck when I was here though. I can't remember why. Oh, I hope it's not going to take so long to just get through this place with these encounters. I hope I don't have a counter every step. Come on. Maybe I'll just Istoma it. Fuck it. There's not much point fighting these guys, really. Okay, let's heal up and Istoma. Maybe it wasn't here that I got stuck. I don't remember. I remember there was somewhere I went in and like I went through a door and it was like I was trapped. And it was somewhere like this. But maybe I'm muddling it up with something else. It might have even been somewhere like before Destroyed Tokyo. Right, last one. It is Zocho 10. It was west. Who dares approach me? It is my duty to fight those like you who challenge me. Let this duel be fought fair and honorably, on guard. Mazionga, that could be very annoying with the AoE shock. Okay, let's hope he doesn't keep doing that. Okay, he's buffed his attack. It'd be nice to he's taking quite a lot of damage, so I don't think he'll last very long. I think the previous one I fought was probably the highest level one, if I had to guess. He's dead already. He had less XP than the others, so he might be the weakest one, to be honest. Cool, that's that done. No more text, so I guess we'll go back to the cathedral and see what happens. Although I'm not 100% sure. What is it? It's Cath Law. LW. Or just like the Cathedral of Law or something like that. From here, this terminal, I'm not 100% sure how to get to that central bit. I think it will take some doing, some finding the right paths and stuff. I'm just wondering where I should save it for next time. I think I will, because this place is big, right? I want to end. I don't want to like spend ages going through it and then have to end the stream and have to teleport back here and redo it all. So, given that I'm like sort of starting to approach the time when I finish streaming, I think I'll just end here. And we'll tackle the cathedral next stream when we have plenty of time to do so. So yeah, I'm planning on streaming on Friday in 2 days, same time as today. I mean, we're getting to like the end here, I feel like, getting to the exciting part. So I probably will continue with this since I feel like I'm on a roll at the moment. So we'll most likely continue with some SMT1 on Friday. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Thanks for chatting, Park. Anyone else that watched, if you're not already following or subscribed, all that jazz, please do consider doing so. It's good to see support and it helps the channel a lot. Let's have a look if there's anyone we could raid. So there's a Japanese person playing SMT, and I'm not gonna raid them because language barrier. Anyone? Any of us Shin Megami players? Not many today. Okay, I don't think there's anyone good to raid today, so we'll just leave it. Okay, like I said before, again, thank you everyone for watching. Please do consider supporting the channel in whatever way you can through subscribing on YouTube, following on Twitch, all that jazz, and just chatting during the stream. It obviously really helps build a community here. I would love to build a community to share my interests with, so if you're interested, please do come along and chat and stuff like that. But until next time, take care, and I'll see you on Friday. Bye.